Now the next problem we are having is a cycloid. We need to draw a cycloid for the 80 mm circle diameter. Now when we listen cycloid, then it comes into mind that a cycloid is a curve which is traced by a circle which is rolling for one revolution without slipping. Now what is the meaning of the without slipping? This circle is revolving only one revolution, and after this one revolution it will stop. What is the example of the cycloid? When two gears are rotating with each other, and when they complete their one revolution, then the curve traced is called cycloid. You might know that there are two more cycloid also. One is epicycloid and another is hypocycloid. These cycloid are a angled cycloid. These cycloid have been traced at some angle. Now I hope that you all know what is the bevel gear. The bevel gear is a angled gear, and super gear is also again an angled gear. The curve traced between the bevel gear and super gear may be called as epicycloid and hypocycloid accordingly to the requirement. Either it has been traced inside the bevel gear and outside the bevel gear. So in this problem we are going to have a look at the how we can draw a cycloid. This is a very tedious method. Please concentrate on step by step procedure, and if possible then break it down and write down step by step procedure by looking at this video. In exam, most of the times cycloid has been asked, and many of the students have doing the same mistake. In the example explanation, I will say you that what are the common mistakes you are making. Now we need to take a cycloid of the 80 mm radius. First of all, we are going to draw a circle of 80 mm. Is our diameter. So first of all, we are going to draw a circle for the 40 mm radius. We are going to draw the circle for the 40 mm radius. I am starting with drawing with the circle of 40 mm radius. Mark the center point properly. Now we need to divide this circle into 12 equal parts. Again 12 equal parts means that 30 degrees division each. That you just need to focus that if 8 division comes then 45 degrees, and if 12 division comes then 30 degrees each. Marking the points. On another side, 30, 60, 90, 120, joining them with very thin line. Make sure that all the lines are passing through the center point. We have got the 12 divisions. give the nomenclature. In this, we'll start nomenclature from this bottom portion. Why so? That you will understand very soon. Give the nomenclature 1 to 12, 11 and 0 to 12. We have given the nomenclature. Now, what would be the one revolution of this circle? The periphery. What is the periphery of a circle? The periphery of a circle is a periphery of a circle is pi into d. Now, in our case, pi is 3.14 and d is 80 mm. So what it comes around? It comes around as 251.2. 251.2 pi into d. Pi's value is 3.14 or diameter is 80 mm. So it comes around 251.1.2 mm, which means that this circle will horizontally travel 251 mm distance. So we will draw a perpendicular line from this 0 to 12. Mark a perpendicular portion and we will draw a 251 mm long line. We will draw a 251 mm long line like this. I have drawn a 251 mm long line. Now, after this, what would be the next step? Again, now we need to just relocate the center. Drawing a vertical line. Again, from the point number 6, we will draw a 90-degree line of 251 mm, which will intersect with this vertical line, which means that our center has been shifted to here. Now draw extended line from all the points till this point. Likewise, from point number 2 and 10, from point number 1 and 11, from point number 4 and 8, take out the horizontal lines. Now, what are the number of divisions over here? We are having number of divisions 12. So we need to divide this line into 12 equal parts. If we want to divide this line into 12 equal parts, then what is the method of dividing a line? Dividing an unknown distance line into equal divisions. I hope you know that. If you don't know that, we will have a look at it first of all. Let's say I am having a line of which distance I don't know. Distance I don't know. Let's call it AB. I want to divide this AB line into, let's say, 12 equal parts. I want to have this 12 equal parts. So from the point number A, I will draw a 12 mm line or any line in the multiplication to the 12 at any angle. I know this distance 12. If I want to divide this 12 centimeter line into 12 equal parts, then 1 centimeter each. Let's call it AC. I have divided AC line into 12 equal parts, 1 centimeter each, because I have drawn this line of 12 centimeter. Join point number BC. Join point number BC. Now here I have got all 12 divisions, 1 to 12. I have got 12 parts. I will draw parallel line to BC from each portion which intersect with the AB line. You can use set square or you can use the roller scale also. Make sure that all lines are parallel to each other and you will get a desired divisions on a unknown distance line, or rather if the line's measurement is undividable, like 251.2. if we want to divide this 251.2 into 12 equal parts, then it is very difficult and not feasible also. This is how you can divide an unknown line into 12 equal parts. You have got a line of unknown distance or a distance which you can directly not divide. Okay. Now to divide this line, you need to draw a known distance line. Here I want to divide this line into 12 equal parts. So I have drawn a 12 centimeter line and I have divided this 12 centimeter line into 12 portions, 1 centimeter each. I have given the nomenclature 1 to 11. I have joined the point BC. I have got a reference line from point number 11. I have drawn parallel line to BC which touches to the AB. Same way from all the points, and this is how I have divided this line. Now the same fundamental we will implement in our cycloid. We need to divide this 251.2 line into 12 equal parts. So I will draw a 12 centimeter line at any angle and I will divide that line into 12 equal parts. Let's consider this as AC and AB. Join BC. Join point number B to C, and draw the parallel lines from other divisions as well, so that you can get your perfect division on the same. After dividing this portion, we will conclude our video lecture and we will proceed further in the next session. I am dividing this line, our periphery line, into 12 equal parts by taking a divide line method. This is how I have taken the divisions on this cycloid. We will see this further explanation in our next session. This is Arpan Pandit. I will see you soon in the next lecture for the further explanation on this paper solution of engineering drawing, July 2010. Thank you very much.